In this video, I'm sharing my first impressions and a sort of mini review of the medium-sized donut Pom Maker as I follow along with their video tutorial for this cute little bird. Hi, I'm Carrie, and this is Dream Up, where I capture an idea, make a thing, and share it with you. If you're new here, consider subscribing. And as always, I'll put any relevant links in the description box below.
The Pom Maker comes in 3 different sizes. I chose the medium-sized donut Pom Maker because that's what they use in many of their video tutorials. According to their website, the Pom Maker is made from sustainable beechwood. It feels like a very high-quality and well-made product. The Pom Maker site suggests using wool yarn for their poms, but I wanted to try a couple different yarns to see if it really made that much of a difference. I have here both some inexpensive acrylic yarn and the recommended 100% wool yarn. I started with the gray acrylic yarn and wrapped it around half of my Pom Maker until it looked full, about 180 wraps. I repeated this step with the white yarn on the second half of the Pom Maker. Next, I assembled the Pom Maker by placing the 2 halves together and attaching the frosting pieces. This clever design makes the process very simple. Then I cut the yarn. The design of the Pom Maker makes it very easy to insert the tip of your scissors in the right place and ensures you cut all the loops. I then tied a piece of string around the center. Again, the design of the Pom Maker makes it very easy to know exactly where to tie the string. This is the finished pom with the acrylic yarn. Next, I tried the wool yarn. The wool yarn was less dense than the acrylic, but I decided to keep the comparison fair by wrapping the wool the same number of times as the acrylic. Again, that's 180 wraps. I repeated with the white and finished up by cutting and tying like before. As a final comparison, I wrapped the Pom Maker one more time with the wool yarn, but this time I filled it up. This took about 300 wraps. And just like before, I assembled the Pom Maker, cut the loops, and tied it up. You can see the difference between the 3 poms. The wool yarn makes a much nicer pom than the acrylic, and the denser wool pom with the 300 wraps is the nicest by far. Next, I started trimming. I found this part intimidating at first, but this bird is a great first project. I trimmed conservatively, rounding out the front of the bird and tapering toward the tail. I fluffed the yarn as I went along to keep the cuts even. Pom Maker tutorial uses a piece of string to tie the clothespin beak into place. I followed their instructions for the first 2 birds, but for this one, I wanted to try something else, so I glued the beak into place using some Fabri-Tac glue. I also chose to glue on doll eyes for all my birds. I think the shiny 3-dimensional eyes give them a cuter overall appearance. I made some loops of gray yarn and added them to the tail and hair feathers. I glued those into place and trimmed them up.
And these are my finished bird poms. Aren't they so cute?
Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you liked this video, I'd sure appreciate it if you'd hit that thumbs up button and consider subscribing to see what I dream up next.